Taurus, welcome back to the channel. Monica Lou here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading from January 15th to February 15th. This is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. So Taurus, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge is the Five of Wands, and what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So I feel your biggest challenge here, Taurus, has a lot to do with a conflict, okay? So a conflict, a disagreement that you may be facing at this time. We're gonna find out more about that for you in a moment. In the recent past, you have the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Wands. There's a very strong energy here in the past of being done with something. Like, you know, it was painful. You decided to bring it to an end. You may have needed to step into the Queen of Swords energy, which means being very logical, being very stern in terms of what you wanted and needed, because you were tired of being in a situation that wasn't allowing you to progress or move forward. Okay, and we're going to talk more about that when we clarify in a moment. In the present moment, you have the Devil, you have the Ten of Cups, and you have the World. So in the present moment, I really strongly feel like a very happy situation that you've been involved in has started to become very chaotic. I do feel that this situation has a lot to do with a very toxic individual or toxic circumstance or situation that you may find yourself in. And the World is talking about something here coming or closing out and making room for something new. Okay, and we're going to talk more about that for you in a moment. In the near future, you have the Temperance, the Seven of Swords, and the Hangman. I feel like in the near future with the Hangman, there's a very strong energy here of something not moving forward. And the reason why it's not moving forward is because there is a very strong energy here of someone not appreciating, someone here just taking what they need and leaving what they don't need. And it's almost like an abuse of power here in the near future. I don't know if this is you or your person. We're going to find out more when we clarify, okay? Which you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Pentacles here in reverse. I feel the Two of Pentacles here in reverse is talking about you already making a decision about something and possibly maybe going back on this decision. Actually, I see you giving up on something, but this situation that you give up on, that you decide to end, isn't completely done, even though you've already made a decision to end it, okay? So let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's clarify the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Swords in reverse. You have the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Cups upright. So the reason why there's been some sort of conflict, especially when it comes to love, is because first of all, a new love or a new situation is not really moving forward the way that you want it to. That's the first thing. The second thing that I also see here with the Seven of Wands in reverse is that a lot of you opened up to someone or they opened up to you and it just led to some sort of conflict. Somebody here has been feeling like an option, okay? Or there's a lot of confusion surrounding whether or not a new love or a new beginning in love is going to happen. And that's your biggest challenge. Not allowing some sort of situation to get you into a place of being in conflict, but recognizing when something is for you and when it's not for you. Okay, that's going to be a big challenge for you, especially because the sun is going to be entering in Aquarius, and Aquarius squares your sun, your moon, or rising. So there is some sort of challenge that either is happening now or is on the horizon that you need to prepare for. Okay, so let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Three of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Five of Wands. So whatever's happening in the present moment or whatever you're experiencing now may repeat itself again. And the only reason why a situation like that repeats itself is because you didn't learn the lesson before. Okay? I'm just saying, I'm just warning, I'm just you know, helping you out here, okay? So in the recent past, there was an on and off energy between you and this person. It led to a lot of conflict. This person ended up disconnecting from you or walking away, and you either gave this person a second chance or they gave you a second chance, and there was this constant on and off, in and out, on and off, in and out, on and off, in and out in the past. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is clarified by the 5 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Yeah, so you opened up to this person. You ended up dropping your guard, opening up to this person once again, and you only, there's something here, Taurus, about you finding yourself disappointed again in love. Okay, 3 of Wands is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the High Priestess. You at some point said, hey, look, I'm going to have a new beginning on my own. I'm going to go forward on my own. I'm going to do my own thing. And that's what happened here in the past. Now, in the present moment, something toxic is showing up again in your life. Even though it appears like it can bring you a lot of happiness, the same thing that happened again is happening again. Why? Let's find out. Tell me more about the Devil. Why is it here in the present moment for Taurus? 5 of Cups, the Moon, and the Page of Swords. Somebody here is not being honest. Okay, I'm just going to keep it real. Someone here in the present moment is not being honest. Either you're dealing with someone who's not being honest, or someone here is holding back their true nature. Somebody here is in the Devil energy. Okay, there's a lot of this, the sexual energy is more important, the drugs are more important, the alcohol is more important. And in the present moment, somebody here is doing research. They're trying to get to the bottom of who this person really is. And there's a very strong energy here of sadness in the present moment. And that's why something here is coming to an end. Even though it looks, Taurus, like it can bring you a lot of happiness, you need to be aware of the red flags. You need to be aware of the red flags, because Spirit is not going to put you in a situation that is going to hurt you. The flags, the signs, the synchronicities are going to be there to warn you. And that's what I feel is happening in the present moment. Death, Knight of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. No matter how much you try to work things out with this person who's been on and off with you, it just leads to this energy of knowing that something here is done and over. Okay, something here is done and over. It's done. It's inconsistent. It's done. It's over. Tell me more about the 10 of Cups in the present moment for Taurus. You have the 2 of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and you have the 9 of Pentacles. So in the present moment, somebody here wants to be single. They have a choice or decision to make. I feel like this is you. You may be moving very slowly towards this idea of being on your own, but there's also this energy here, Taurus, that if you are on your own, you may end up being a lot more happier. And that's why a decision has to be made. Some of you have already made this decision, depending on what state or position you are in your life, because you've recognized that you might as well just give up on something. But one thing is this, even though you are in this process of wanting to give up on the situation, it's not quite done. And that's why you're kind of seesawing and teeter-tottering back and forth about whether or not this should be done. Should you give it a second chance? Should you not? Because there is a conflict right now. That's your challenge. The conflict is arising, and it's forcing you to see what changes need to possibly be made. Okay. Now, in the near future, there's a stagnant energy here. Something isn't moving forward. And we're going to talk about why that may be happening. Tell me more about the Hangman for Taurus in the near future. So the Hangman is clarified by the Unknown card, which is what I said. You're very uncertain about a decision that you have to be made. Either you are or you aren't, but there's a seesawing energy that I'm getting in the reading. And you have the Tower here. So something here breaks down in the near future, and it forces you to make a decision connected to looking at something from a different perspective. So I'm going to be honest with you, Taurus. I feel like you're going to find yourself in a position in the near future that you've never been in before. And at that point, you're going to have to make a decision on what you need to do. Okay. And this has a lot to do with self-reliance. This has a lot to do with being able to stand on your own 2 feet. And that's what you're learning in the present moment, especially because of some sort of conflict. Another thing I see here is needing to look at things from a different perspective. Okay. Tell me more about the Temperance for Taurus in the near future. You have the Judgment, you have the Star, and you have the Devil. Yes. So you see this Devil energy keeps coming up. Your decision in the near future has a lot to do with something toxic that's happening in your life and whether or not you want to carry this toxic energy into the future. And that's what this Judgment card is about. The Judgment is about having an awakening and becoming awoken to a couple of things. The first thing, toxic energy. What is toxic in your life that you know needs to change, but you're afraid to change because you're too reliant on someone else? Someone here is taking advantage of the situation in the near future with the Seven of Swords. Okay. And that's why something here is breaking down and it's forcing you to see something for what it truly is. Because in the near future, you start to think about the future. You start to really think about the future. What is it that I want? What is it that I don't want? What is good for me? What is not good for me? And the Tower here as well. The Tower here is something here is breaking down in the near future because it's not stable. And it leads to you being in this place, Taurus, of what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. And that's why a lot of you have already made a decision about this situation. Some of you are still like, I don't know. Is it done? Is it not done? What's going to happen here? Tell me more about the Seven of Swords in the near future for Taurus. Four of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Somebody here in the near future is constantly giving, giving, giving. This could be you. You're giving so much, but you feel like you're being taken advantage of. And it leads you into this place of saying, no more, I'm going to heal, I'm going to choose to be on my own. Okay, so big, big changes are coming in for you in the near future. I do see it being a little bit challenging, but this is part of you freeing yourself from some sort of cycle that keeps happening. There's some cycle that you're in. It's not a healthy cycle. And Spirit is trying to show you the signs and synchronicities. And it has a lot to do with someone from your past or somebody from your past that you're still connected to that you're trying to disconnect from. Okay. And again, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but that's the major energy that I'm seeing for you. Okay. So let's get some advice. You have the Page of Cups, the Judgment, and the Six of Cups. You need to ask yourself if you truly want to still remain with this person that you're connected to from your past, someone that you have memories with, someone that you've been with for quite some time. Your biggest piece of advice here is to ask yourself if you're satisfied with what is being offered to you. If you're not satisfied with what's being offered to you, the signs and the synchronicities are there. It's your job to be awake to them, okay? Judgment is about being awake. It's about resurrecting. It's about being conscious and being aware of what's going on. Something here shows up, okay? And you have nothing more to do but recognize it and not ignore it. And it has something to do with your past. Your biggest piece of advice is to be conscious and be aware of something here that keeps repeating over and over again, and it's not bringing you the satisfaction that you need. And in order to break this cycle, the best thing that you're being asked and called to do is to be aware of it. The more you pretend like something isn't a problem, the more that you pretend like it isn't an issue because it's comfortable, the more likely it is it's going to create some sort of issue for you. So your biggest piece of advice, as hard as it may be, Taurus, is to be aware of something here from the past that keeps repeating itself and ask yourself if you still want to be a part of that. And if not, maybe it's time for you to be on your own and recognize what needs to happen in order for you to break yourself free from this ongoing cycle. Okay? So this is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.